Here we go, BackChat. The first official episode of 2025. How bloody good to be back. Last week didn't count. Powered by Paywise still, of course. Will Schofield. Hey.
Fucking hell. What is going on? You're like on a desk or something.
Yeah, I got myself a little desk.
Wow. Where are you?
Dan's
Where are you? Yeah, I'm right.
Are you
right
in another
here.
studio somewhere?
Yeah. Studio 3 over at BackChat Studios. No, we're all here in the same room. We just thought we'd change it up a little bit.
I'm excited. Look, week 2, we haven't been able to change the song. I clearly didn't get that across the line
we'll get that
last
one
Monday.
thing at
What
a
was the
time.
voting system? Did we get?
Look,
I voted
Landslide.
for keep it.
Landslide for keep it.
did you vote for
Yeah, I voted to keep
Did you
it.
tell me that?
No, just clicked on the Instagram. vote.
I'm very excited.
Yeah.
Apart from that,
Yeah.
I'm very excited. You're in some other studio. Are you in our Melbourne studio?
I'm in the Melbourne studios, satellite straight into your airwaves here. I don't even know if that's how it works with satellites. I do need to say hello to Hamish Brayshaw.
Yeah, hi.
Hello, Hamish
Hey.
Brayshaw. I do want to say as well, tonight history can be made
Stop looking at him.
for the Canes.
Stop looking at him. It's not there.
You want me to look straight? Hello, Hamish Brayshaw.
Dan, hi.
The Canes can make history of coming to win their first BBL championship.
Yes, we can.
tonight.
We
How
can.
do you feel?
I'm nervous because the Thunder have won they've won the flip and will
So what's that, man? The roof and
roof and flats,
Flaps.
whatever it is. It's a weird
And-
one because it's
and-
both just the flat sides of a bat.
and they've battered.
They've batted first, and 6 of the 7 winners have all batted first.
and tonked them.
And so it's scoreboard pressure. But we've started with the ball, not great. They've got off to a good start, so
They're 32 for 0.
that's not good. That is
So,
not what I
0
like
for
to hear.
32.
That's
If
okay.
you
That's how
aren't
you do it.
watching this and you're wondering what I'm carrying on about,
Yeah.
I'm telling people not to look in different directions. This is the first very preliminary trial of what we think this could look like a bit this
Yeah.
year. Dan, can you explain
Something
what's
a little
happening?
bit different. Look, sometimes we get on this show. We thought, let's just turn it on, see what happens. Bit loose,
Like,
right?
Sometimes, like
Every time.
Every single
The
time.
last 3 years. We just thought, why don't we just put a little bit of structure in place to make our lives easier so that we're not flipping around trying to think, what do we even talk about? So we've got some stuff we're going to go through. I'm going to sort of drive it a bit. And I'm going to throw things to you two and you can discuss it. And if you want, get involved on the YouTube comments as well. And I'll throw those too as we have been doing on live.
You could get like listener and viewers' choice awards where they get
Sure.
they get to put it. They can put a topic in.
The Nickelodeon Kid Choice Awards
Where we
just
can
get slimed.
Get slimed.
Get squirted over there. Sit there, gets covered in slime.
Someone on YouTube has already said, didn't expect you guys to be working on a public holiday. Well, we don't bloody stop.
No,
Okay?
we don't.
We grind every single day of our lives and we hustle. There we go.
Exactly.
We were over at the Aussie Open last week, Hammer.
Grinding and hustling.
Oh yeah, grinding. Just the backcourt, just absolutely. Sizzling. Look, we're going to talk about it a little bit later on in the show, but a little shout out to Sportsnet Holidays. Just arrange a few things over there for us. I'll get into it in a little bit. I did want to give that off the top.
Arranged a lot. They arranged an awful lot.
Yeah, it was very good. I mean, sorry we couldn't take you with us.
That's fair enough. I was working.
What have you been doing?
I've been working, mate. I've been flat out. I've been training. I've been working. That's pretty much it.
You
But
said you're really hungover.
I had got away from me last night. Sitting around, not drinking, and all of a sudden it was like, I'll have a beer, and then I'll have 2, and then I'll have 8, and then I'll have silly, really, really silly. Got carried away. Went to the OBH. Actually ordered Uber Eats. The last time I ordered Uber Eats was when I got a curry delivered here. So I was rocking up. I was like, this would be perfect. In the Uber home, I'll get Uber Eats, meet me at the front door.
Yeah.
I get home.
Oh,
I get a call
no.
from the bloke. He's like, hey, mate, I'm out the front at Beaufort Street. Where's
Oh,
And all of
so
a sudden-
he thinks we're a bunch of absolute CUNTs.
Yeah, so all of a sudden I've just I've said, sorry, mate, I'm in Scarborough. Just hung up on him.
Oh.
So there was Macca's probably out the front maybe this morning, unless he's taking it home and eating it himself.
Did you let him know? Maybe. So he is. Hang on, just
I've hung
so we're
up on him.
clear.
I've hung
You
up
know
on
what's happened? There's a McDonald's 20 metres down the road from where we are here. He is Uber Eats from the Macca's 20 metres down the road here, and he's rocked up like, you know, mate, couldn't have fucking walked across the road to get the Macca's. Nah, I'm in Scarborough. Cheers, bye.
Yeah, so that was me last night. Went to bed very hungry, didn't eat my Macca's, and I was pretty disappointed.
You still on a diet of any description?
No.
Okay.
Will and truly back with the rest of us players. Will, you and I have been on Carnivore, and it was a bit tricky when you're away.
It's pretty rough over
To be
in
honest,
Melbourne.
That's tough.
The the 700 Aperol spritzers I had on the Tuesday night.
Not very carnivore.
Do you reckon they had that back in the day?
No.
Oh, give us an Aperol with ice and a lime. Thanks.
Tearing the skin off a woolly mammoth's leg, just eating it raw, just washing it down with a fresh Aperol, watching the tennis.
Shout out Aperol Spritz, by the way.
Yeah, shout out Spritz.
Delicious. Can't imagine how much money Aperol made from the Aperol Spritz tent over at the Aussie Open.
No, correct.
What were they charging you for a Spritz?
I don't know.
17, I reckon.
17.
And they were selling about 95 a minute. Just couldn't make them quick enough.
Because Aperol is like 3 parts Aperol, 2 parts soda, like 1 part slice of lime.
Yeah.
No. I'm just saying, there's no preparation whatsoever. They had the ice sitting in there.
Yeah.
They had the Aperol sitting there. They would just pour a soda water in there. Here's your Aperol. You can only get 2 at a time. They were just churning them out. I want to get into it a bit later on.
Okay.
I'm excited for this new...
I like the new format.
Why don't we get into a couple of new things? And if you are watching on YouTube, you'll see a couple of nice little upgrades.
You know I love these. You know I love these
on the screen. So if you're just listening, go have a look on YouTube because we got things going. Hammer, you haven't even seen this, so let's get into it because it's the 27th of January. 27th.
It is.
Has the date.
Happy birthday to Scully for Friday, by the way.
Happy birthday to Scully
Happy
on Friday.
birthday. And what's that? 36.
Yeah, it is.
Here's to another 36 years of joy.
BackChat.
If we're still doing this in 36
On
years,
that would be your 72nd birthday. That'd be huge.
That'd be a big effort.
What were we talking about? Probably the same things over and over again.
Fucking West Coast.
That'll be a big effort.
Freo's going to win a flag this year, I bet you.
Yeah.
Let's kick straight into it. We got some footy stuff to get through. We got some other things to go through, but it'd be nice to talk footy again because, what else have we been talking about the last few months? Let's start with the first big one. We're starting in the West. Elliot Yeo is injured. West Coast Eagles. Elliot Yeo got caught in a tackle at training last Friday and trainers had to help him off the ground. He's been sent for scans. They've got them back and it looks like he's avoided ACL injury. I'm going to throw this straight to you, Will Schofield. What does this mean for West Coast?
Oh, reporter on the ground. Do we get a split thing or we're not doing that yet?
Not today. We'll get there soon.
I thought we were going to do a split thing. I'll tell you what. Look, Yowie, I started getting messages this morning from numerous outlets.
Yep.
You know the types, Hammer, like mainstreams types.
Yep.
What's going on with Yowie? And they're always like they're fishing for an answer.
Yeah, of course.
But the way they were fishing, I was like, definitely not his ACL here. Like it would not sounding good with Yowie.
A bit too fishy.
So it sounds like he's done his MCL, which is a 4 to 8-ish.
4 to 8.
I would say 6 to 8. 4 would be like you've barely touched the MCL.
Yeah, 4's a miracle.
6 to 8, good result if you're comparing it to an ACL or an Achilles or a PCL. But I would say 6 to 8 for Yowie on the 27th of Jan with the season starting at the start of March.
Not good.
It's not ideal preparation for Yowie. No. He's missed a lot of footy. And wasn't meant for West Coast. I'm going to do my best to be like not the negative Nancy on West Coast until I have to this year. So can I be positive about West Coast?
You have notoriously hated them.
Well,
yeah, you've always hated them.
You actually
why are you winding me up so early?
You have always hated them.
Oh, sorry. They've had their 3 of the worst years in the club's history. I'm sorry. Should I have been patting them on the back?
You hate them.
Well done, West Coast.
You hate them.
Congratulations.
Okay, that's fine.
New page this year, Hammer.
They're turning a new page.
Positive
news. It's a new era. That was like 4 years ago. It's been a shit era. Anyway.
I was going to say George Hewitt. Elijah Hewitt will get unencumbered midfield minutes.
Huge.
With no Elliot Yeo
That'll be big.
Side. Is Elijah Hewitt Elliot Yeo? No.
Probably not.
But positively, we'll see more youngsters, I think, at the start of the year than we would have.
I like that.
Saw Bo Allen at the football club when we did some
big
stuff. Looks like a big unit, mate.
Yep.
And I'm talking, just get him in the midfield straight away.
Yep.
Him, Harley, Elijah, Dan's
Grego.
half Stevie back here.
Grego.
Oh, I'm missing Ruben. But he's our fullback.
He's a fullback.
I don't know. What do you think? There's negative elements, though, i.e. Elliot Yeo being probably the second best player at West Coast.
Yeah, i.e. Elliot being their barometer in the middle and like one of the main reasons that the ball gets going forward. It will, unfortunately for them, it'll put a lot more attention on Harley because if Yoey's up and going.
Shit, I forgot about the bodyguard.
If Yoey's up and going, like he's massive, he's strong, he's attracting a lot of attention. Now it's like, okay, it's Harley and Tim. TK's very good, but he's not as big an enforcer as Yoey is, so that'll hurt him. But I agree with you that it'll help their youngsters get some minutes.
Maybe we turn Flying Ryan into the enforcer.
Oh, boy.
But,
Yes.
I mean, he showed good form this preseason.
Yes, proper ice hockey style that
Yeah.
was. Just like line him up and go for it.
So just start letting him all around the place. Like, get him off a wing, get him off
Yeah.
the back flank, and just start sniping blokes.
Yeah.
Start sniping Harley's man. And if it means Flying plays 5 games this year because he's rubbed out,
He's rubbed out for every other one. Yeah, it should be like old school footy. You just hear stories from old fellas that just say, you'd be tagging and there'd be a young gun on the other team, and their senior player would come up to you and just say, "You touch him again, and I'm going to fucking kill you. You get anywhere near this gun again, I'm going to fucking kill you." And that was just that first bounce
I
of the
feel
day.
like
And
that's
it's just like
I feel like that's what they've lost.
got to be correct.
So
They've
who's
lost
going to
that.
say that?
Could
Luca
Luca Grego be that guy?
Luca Grego.
Straight off the bat. Just
The
coming
Samoan-
in strong.
The
Samoan
Samoan
warrior.
UFC fighter. Oh.
Mate,
He looks like there was a photo that went up of him and all the first years at the induction day the other day.
let me guess. He looked amazing.
Of course he did. But Jaden, I mean, I don't know if you can pull this up in the meantime. Can you get up the photo of
While you're pulling up photos, can you get Elliot Yeo in sunglasses up? That'd be great. He's been
Yeah.
training in sunnies.
has he? There's a photo of all the first year West Coast players at the induction day over at Marvel Stadium. So they're all sitting there. Everyone's smiling. Everyone's happy. Luca's in the top right corner. Staunch. Just no smile, nothing. He looks like
He's white line fever, mate. He needs to get on
was
the
so
field.
close to he was close enough to the field that he could itch it and he could sense it. But he looks like a cross. You're a UFC guy.
I'm a Luca Grego guy.
Yeah, you are. He's a cross between Bo Allen and not Bo Allen.
God.
Bo Nickel and Ian Gary. And it's like if those two had a baby somehow,
actually not too
and
bad.
that because he looks sort of like in this photo that he's got the cauliflower ear that just sort of poking out there. He's got his shaved head. He could be the enforcer.
The Samoan warrior on.
He could be the enforcer. If we can find that, we can find it. If we can't, we
If
can.
you don't find him, it's all good. Because you're going to be flipping, I think, because I think that's all we got to say.
Yeah, that's all we got to say. I want to give you a quick score update on the
here we
BBL
go.
final. The Sydney Thunder, 0 for 50.
Oh, that's-
So that's after 5
no.
overs. They're going at
no.
about 10 runs and over.
You're a Kane.
Not about exactly.
You're
They're going at exactly 10 runs and over.
Well, it's 5 overs, 5.2 overs.
Okay,
so,
well, there you go.
yeah, it's not bad.
I am a Kane, and I'm going to be disappointed if we've gone all this way and had the best season we've ever had, and we can't get it done.
Someone
Look at him.
Oh, wow.
That's not even what you're talking about.
Not the one I'm
It's
talking
just
about, but like,
No,
looks
it's great.
amazing.
Look,
Fuck yeah.
look, he's like, when's this? I'm assuming the coach is speaking. He's like, yeah, well, okay, mate. Can I just go and
Can
hit
I just go
someone?
and fucking hurt someone?
Yeah, can I go and kill him? Because that's what I'm thinking about. Right
Let's
now.
go to some YouTube comments. We've got Sydney Harris here says, hello, Jake Waterman here. So
Thanks.
Ah.
Good to have,
we
good to have
found
the
Jake
Lucy in the
Waterman's
Very good.
burner
Good to
account.
have the Lucy in the chat.
Loosh.
So it says Hammer. I got Andy Brownlow into Freo
Smart.
Premiership, into Finn Sullivan rising star for
Love
the Kangas.
that. That is fucking stiffy.
that's-
Well,
So
you've
of course.
topped it off with a boner.
Thanks
That
to
is
TABtouch.
enormous.
Matthew Gardner says, what time is Trent Cotchin coming on? Just-
We saw Trent.
we saw him.
Yeah.
Gave us
was he?
nothing.
Didn't say hello.
Why didn't you stop and say hey?
You know that.
Remember when his
I
wife
don't wanna
went
say
to the
that.
tanning salon at the hub and got everyone in trouble?
I can't remember that. No, I can't.
Uh,
I can't remember.
Emery says, yo,
can't
boys,
answer
big
that.
Eagles fan. Any chance you guys will ever get Nick Nat on the pod? He's my childhood
Yeah.
hero.
Look, he's playing hard to get at the moment. Is his childhood hero? It's probably my childhood hero. He's my son's childhood hero. My son Sid, who has never seen Nick Nananui play AFL football because he was retired, favourite player is Nick Nananui. Like,
Crazy.
so, yes, we are. Yes, you will see Nick Nan on the podcast this year.
Very good. Let's move
Wow.
on. Oh, with the tattoo as well.
Look at that.
Gee.
That's Luca
What's
Grego.
that form with the kicking style?
That's mate.
That's the one hand
it's
up.
a karate chop kick. Just says, get the fuck out of my life. I'll see you later.
Let's
Bye.
go over to some Fremantle news. Sean Darcy is heading to Qatar this week, or maybe already there, for advanced knee rehab after playing only 12 games last year. Hammer, is this worrying for Fremantle?
No, it's not. I think, firstly, like you look at everyone. The Qatar is world renowned for this sort of shit. They've done it with a lot of people. They've all the big dogs from all sports go there to get themselves sorted.
In their off season, yeah.
In their off season,
yeah,
correct?
you're right.
Probably not early in the preseason. But that being said, Sean Darcy looks like he's lost a shitload of weight. He looks fit. He looks strong. If he has to go over and touch some things up for the first practice games March the 6th or something, so a month and a half, take 2 or 3 weeks over in Qatar. I'm happy with it. I don't think it's alarm bells.
I love that you've taken a positive spin on this.
I don't
really
think it's alarm
do.
bells.
I love Sean Darcy. Like we are. Yo,
Oh, there's Yo in the sunglasses.
Mate,
if you're
Yoey's
just listening.
been, mate, Yoey's been sizzling around them for the last 2 weeks. He had an eye injury.
Oh, actually, I
he's
did
Mason
not-
Coxey.
He looks good there. He looks trim.
I reckon
in
you
that
should be
photo.
able to. I think you should be able to play with those if you want to. Anti-reflective.
Play
like-
with glass.
Imagine
goggles.
copping a tackle and the shards of sunglasses go
Mate,
into
imagine
your
rolling into the midfield and Elliot Yeo, Harley Reid, and Ruben Jimby have all got
Goggles
speed dealers on it. They're just standing in the middle.
Well, you
like
used to be able to play with like people who wear glasses can play with goggles.
Oh, can they?
Yeah, like,
Still.
Yeah.
I mean, Coxie still gets. Yeah, Coxie still
if you
does.
don't like contacts, you can wear goggles. Like you can have these like goggles.
Like the Iverson goggles. Oh, Iverson.
Penny Hardaway?
like very similar to
Not
swimming
moving
goggles.
away from the positivity
Swimming goggles.
you've shown on Fremantle.
Swimming goggles.
I'm in that same camp. I've picked them for the flag as well.
Yep. I'm all aboard the train.
But for that to happen, they need Sean Darcy and Luke Jackson dual rucking. You can't tell me in the history of your time at AFL clubs, whether your brother plays there or you're shit kicking around the amateurs, Hammer, that someone going to Qatar
Yes, not
at
good.
the end
This-
of January,
No, not a great sign.
off the back of injuries, that's not in the plans. If that
No.
was it, that was in the plans.
He would have done
Freo
them-
would have said, "Hey, just so you know, and everyone doesn't freak out, we're sending Sean back to Qatar." Come on now.
It does not.
It's not good.
No, it doesn't fit the narrative. That's correct.
Not
You
narrative.
send him in November.
It's not
right?
good. Is it good or bad? If you had to say it was good or bad,
No, it's bad.
right. But you're not saying it's bad.
But I'm not saying it's bad. I'm saying it's good. Because I think it'll work well for him.
I hope it does.
I think it'll do wonders for him. It'll do wonders for the Fremantle Football Club, and I am all in on them.
He'll have a great time at Qatar as well.
I'm
had the best
also
time ever.
all in. I just don't think it's a.
Have either of you guys been to Qatar?
I've been
Through
through.
it.
Is this dumb? But
Doha.
it's Doha,
Doha.
Qatar. Yeah.
Yeah.
I've
Yeah,
stopped
we've-
off
We've
at
been
Doha.
together,
We've
but
been there.
yeah, but like we haven't stayed in like a bougie hotel
Sorry,
in Qatar
you're
or
not
something.
sitting there. I'm just.
No, I haven't been to. I haven't been outside of the airport there.
No, neither have I. Big airport.
Massive airport. Like there's trains in there.
Is it? Oh yeah, there's
Trains
two.
in the
There's
airport.
a huge garden in it.
Yeah.
There's
I feel like
McLarens just
there
driving
is.
around
I
in
feel
there.
like trains more impressive than a
Oh,
garden.
look at
So look at
Luke.
this.
Back right.
This is everyone happy, smiling, and there you've got Bo Allen or Bo Nickel
There is.
and
I can
Ian
see,
Gary,
I can see teeth on everyone.
except for Luca Grego.
Luke
Look at him,
is- Luke.
like the shaved head, looks menacing, looks
think
like he's
you're
got
right.
cauliflower ear.
I think you're right. He's
He
about.
probably does.
I would
played
say he's
rugby.
about 2 to 3 meters from the
the
white
white
line.
line, and he's just itching.
And-
He's itching
He's
about it. He can
bled into
sense-
it.
Look at him. The shaved head looks.
Get him in
fierce.
there. Get him in there. Look, to wrap that up.
Should we get him on the pod soon?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay,
yes.
but Sean Darcy.
I'd love to cross to Qatar. Speak to Sean.
What's the time over there? I
Oh,
wonder.
now?
Yeah, don't look it up and just have a guess without looking it up. Have a guess.
I would say it is 4:47 p.m.
Wow, same time as now.
Maybe.
I'm gonna go like
Oh no, that's incorrect.
1:48 a.m.
That's sorry.
1:48 a.m.
Sorry, I'll take it back. I'll take that back. I'll take it back. It's in the Middle East. I'll take it back. Just shut up, Will. I'm gonna say I'll take it back completely. For some reason I was thinking Japan. Don't know why. Look, I think it is. I think it's more like 7:48 a.m.
Yeah, I'm thinking along the lines of about 6:48 a.m.
Okay.
So,
None of us were
no,
close.
Perfect.
11:48 a.m.
Ah, well,
So
not that far off.
3 hours off.
well,
A cup of
fine.
tea, scrambled eggs, and we're speaking
Exactly.
to
All
him.
of a sudden, there.
do you want me to give you? Do you want me to keep giving you a couple of BBL updates?
Yes, please.
You're currently 0 for 57 after. I don't know.
Six.
This is not really 63. Sorry, 0 for 63 after 7 overs. Jeepers, not looking good, Hammer. But the Canes, look, we back him in.
We do.
Let's go back to West Coast Eagles because you know what, we can do whatever we bloody want.
Yep.
Liam Duggan and Oscar Allen are sticking around as
Yes, they
co-captains
are.
for West Coast in 2025 after getting the backing of the players and coaches. And why am I particularly excited about this, boys?
Why are
Because
you particularly excited about this, Dan?
Woosha is excited about it. He's come out and said he's bloody pumped for it. I don't know if he said exactly that,
As he,
but he said
Woosh is happy about it.
he's
is he?
just up and about. He's
what's
stoked.
Woosha reckon or Woosha?
All right,
Fucking
Hammer,
oath,
we'll
boys.
go back to you. Hammer, thoughts on co-captains?
I love it. I'm all for co-captains. I am a co-captain myself. I feel like it takes the burden off one person and it gives multiple points of reference across.
It's so shit. I think it's so shit. You're a co-captain.
Yeah. No, I think it's great. And I think for West Coast to have sucked over the last 4 years, you've got a lot of young guys that need help. And to have two, I mean, everyone in the leadership group, all the senior boys can be a point of contact, but having two, one in the back line, one in the forward line, I think is good.
I think that it is good for West Coast, but I don't think there's many other clubs it would be good for.
East Perth, it's great for. I agree. I think it's a good fit at the West Coast.
What are the other co-captains around the league?
Harris Andrews and Lockie Neal, are they co-captains?
Yes. I want to say Dane Zorko was up on stage when they won the flag as well. They pulled him up. So is he like a deputy vice
assistant to the deputy vice captain?
Bont's a standalone.
Yep. Pearce is a standalone.
Yeah, we're talking.
Rosie is a standalone.
We're talking Dawson at Adelaide's
Dawson's a standalone.
Darcy Moore's a standalone.
Yep. Max Gorn's a standalone.
Look, hey, on the YouTube chat.
So yeah, if anyone on the YouTube
shout
chat,
out.
Let us know.
I think overall it's a good thing for West Coast. It's a very.
Who's the captain of Gold Coast?
That would be
Toot Miller.
And
Jared Witts.
Co-captains. Thank you, Jaden.
Thank you, Jaden. Someone get him a microphone. Look, I think it's good for West Coast right now where they're at. I personally like a singular captain.
Yeah.
So I don't know if West Coast got to choose on that, whether they just said, hey, we're not stuffing too many things around. A little side note to this. I don't know if you saw the rest of the leadership group, but Jeremy McGovern is the sole vice captain.
Yep, I like that.
3 leadership group members.
Yeah.
We're talking the Loosh.
Yeah.
Right? We're talking the Loosh is in. Right? He's entered for the first time.
Correct.
We're talking Liam Baker.
Yep.
Great.
And we're talking Jack Graham.
Yeah, huge.
That's a strong group.
Having premiership experience helps there.
Do we like 2 months into a football club into the leadership group?
Yeah.
I do. I'll tell you what I've heard from.
And I love both of them. I've spoken to them both. And
I've heard from some inside sources about
bit of sauce, tomato, barbecue.
Yeah, barbecue. About the impact or the Jack Graham effect.
Are we talking? This is a bit of like training the house down sort of area.
Not training. Yeah, not training the house down sort of areas, but like standard raising. As in, like, he's come from a place that has won a lot of premierships and seen a lot of good players and, like, has been not like aggressive, but has been pulling the boys up on some... Doesn't beat around the bush. Boys, like, okay, the gym... Okay, you fucking left plates out. What the fuck's this, boys?
Right.
Like, you're shit. You've been shit for years.
Is he calling the lads in after 3 missed kicks sort of areas? Like, the drill's not going well, boys, come in.
Not that, but, like, around the facility.
Really?
He's been making sure that the boys are running a tidy ship.
That sounds like Minnie knew that. That sounds like you know those sorts of players don't just start doing that. They've done that forever.
Yeah, he would have been done that.
Minnie would have known all about that and said, "Get this
guy over here.
Get him." Kid.
That's the little inside word that we've been hearing on here.
All right, so we like it.
We like it.
We also forgot about him as an enforcer for Harley Reid.
Actually, yeah, true. He's fucking huge. He is huge.
I just think I don't know if I like leadership groups in general. They just.
Yeah, but didn't you
I was never in one. So clearly they didn't gel well with me.
Yeah.
I think too often we so maybe this is a bucking of the trend. I think too often the best players are in there. Let's put the 5 of the best players, they're the leaders.
What do they actually do? Other than the captains, what does the leadership group do?
Usually like once a week meeting in the morning, like Monday or Tuesday, go over the game, go over discipline, who was at Hippie Club, the Hippie Nine, who were they, name them, shame them, get them out the door.
That photo, Jacko's photo that he put up.
Very good.
Of like the real, that was
it the Hippie Nine?
The Hippie 5 or whatever it was.
No,
yeah.
it was always like the Hippie Nine.
Yeah, him and Rothy just there taking.
Yeah, and then, look, they set the standards. Yep. So, by the sounds of it, Jack Graham deserves to be in there, and he should be in there. They set the standards. You look to the leadership group to, all right, so these are the 5 or 6 blokes that are here. Like, what are they doing? What are they doing in the weights room? What are they doing in meetings? They help with training standards. And then you've probably got to go to the weekend and play well.
Yeah,
every week.
You need to be a good player, but you need to be a role model.
That was the thing that always used to let me down.
Consistent
performance.
The actual, like, what they do. I remember speaking to Andrew about this when him and Caleb would go 1-for-1 when Pearce was out last year. And he said, when you're in the leadership group, you have like a meeting or so a week and there's a little bit extra stuff that you have to do. But then once you're a captain, there is like a shitload more stuff you have to do.
I remember he's spoken about this a lot, hasn't he?
Sorry, guys.
Crazy that you can hear that all the way from Melbourne. He's got, there's like heaps more to it to be a captain.
He said something like, when you're the vice or in leadership group, you just play, so worry about playing.
Yeah.
When you're the captain, people are like, asking you questions.
Yeah.
What should I do here?
Yeah.
And it's like, I'll just fucking get it done.
Get the ball. Yeah. So anyway, that's I don't mind that the co-captain's at West Coast to wrap that one up.
There we go. Maybe it's look. Last year it was okay. They won more games than they did the year before. So let's just hope that it does the same
Are
thing.
you happy with last year? You happy with that?
Happier than the year before.
Right. Well, it wouldn't have been hard. It was wooden spoon the year before, so sweet.
All right, whatever.
Good job.
Worst
Sorry,
year
we started bashing them.
Let's talk about Kozzie Pickett, who's been fueling rumours about a move to Fremantle by liking a bunch of social media posts that tie him to the Dockers. Just recently, he liked a post hinting that his cousin, Isaiah Dudley, joining Fremantle was part of a strategy to get him to the West.
Yeah.
He's liking posts.
I want to know.
Will,
does
does this finally happen? Does Kozzie come to the West?
I want to know who's tracking Kozzie's likes, because I rate that. Like, going deep undercover, like, what's he liking, what's he sharing, where's the bikini shots. He's like, you have to sift through a fair bit of stuff.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know if you're a liker or a sharer on Instagram, or
I'm not a big...
you a liker.
I'm a liker. I like things.
So if you see something you find funny, you'll like it, or do you sometimes just see it funny, move on?
I won't like, because the reels, like, the things that I'm like, I laugh and then just move on. But if it's a person that I know, I'll like.
Why don't you like the laugh and move on? Like, why don't you like the laugh ones?
I don't know.
Yeah, I'm with you. I don't want to. I don't want to tell them that I like it.
But do you think it's like really like if you're liking it?
Has to be really good for me to get.
Nah, because I really like and laugh a lot of things. Like, but I feel like my algorithm changes so much depending on my flavour of the month. Like at the moment, currently, I'm getting fart reels. Like I'll be sitting there and it's like top 5 farts in church, and it's just like a quiet sermon, and all of a sudden. I'm just pissing myself laughing.
Are they real, or are they putting it together
real.
for people?
No,
like
real,
you?
hilarious.
Absolute
but like, and I'm
imbeciles.
literally laying in bed, wetting myself, crying, laughing.
I don't
like it. I just scroll.
You're a child. All right, so
Kozzie Pickett.
with that, Kozzie Pickett.
Yeah,
I think he's having to go. He's going deep to like these things. My point being is you don't like everything.
no.
So him liking probably says a little bit. It's probably good reporting. It's probably good journalism.
Yeah, I don't know.
Oh, you don't think so?
No, I like. Could he be somehow throwing a red herring out there?
Oh yeah, we like it.
Loving everything.
Well, you'd think that Melbourne are going to step up their contract offer if they think he's going to leave.
Yeah, but like that.
So he could be driving his price up.
Correct, he could be. But the quote about him liking his cousin getting taken there, it's like, oh, we could be happy for his cousin. Like that.
Yeah, that's a good point.
And how good's this?
Yeah, that's a very good point. Can they fit him in? Shea Bolton?
No. No, they can't.
Chad Warner and Kozzie Pickett?
No.
Chad's bought the house in Applecross.
Yeah, which is exactly
Yeah,
equidistant.
17 kilometres from Cockburn, Coburn, and from Lifeline.
Yeah, crazy.
So will they have Shea Bolton, Chad Warner, and
Kozzie Pickett.
Kozzie Pickett?
Crazy if they do. I don't know if they can fit them all in.
They can't. Surely not.
Especially-
Contract-wise, they can't.
Especially
If they do, I'd be launching an investigation straight away with the AFL Crime and Corruption Commission about getting...
a bit of a cotton on deal.
Yeah, a bit of a cotton on deal. And we'll get to more on that soon.
Kozzie
Who are
starts Woodside.
Kozzie's
of
out in the
course.
middle of the ocean on an oiling rig, mining. Oh, yeah, sure, yeah. 100 grand a year with Freo. Getting 10 million to be out of here for the holidays.
So, Scotty...
How was your weekend, Kozzie? Oh, it was pretty chill. Like,
Sponsored by Bankwest. Just
banking.
Gets completely free. House, mortgage,
bank.
everything,
Just get
and a
a bank.
bank.
there they go.
All right, so does it
Easy.
happen, yes or no? What are you going with, Will? Kozzie Pickett to Fremantle.
Well, I mean, they want him.
Jan
Yeah.
27, you're predicting ahead of
Kozzie
time.
Pickett, yes, to Fremantle.
Yes.
Yep, gets it done.
Does it happen,
No.
Hammer? No? All
No,
right.
Melbourne are good again this year somehow, and
Are they?
Yeah.
Ah.
that's what I would say. If Melbourne are good again, Kozzie stays.
All right.
Really?
Yeah.
He's motivated by the win,
Yeah, obviously.
like everyone in the history of the world.
Like everyone. All right, with the AFL pre-season in full flight, we've got people getting injured, fights breaking out everywhere, and players being put through the ringer by new coaches. Schofield, this is to you. What does pre-season feel like? Jan 27, it's bloody hot. Tell us about pre-season.
I can't remember if on Monday we spoke about the 2-2Ks and Dean Cox running that. at
No,
Sydney.
we didn't. Cox used to be an advocate. You guys used to do that heaps, didn't you?
Yeah, so Coxie's pulled it out of the John Worsfold playbook of
Playbook,
coaching. He's put the Sydney boys through 2-2Ks. So they've run the 2Ker somewhere between 6 and 8 minutes if you're Tony Knott. And he's gone on the whistle as soon as they're over. All right, boys, 3-minute rest. You're doing it again.
Yeah.
There's no worse feeling.
No.
It is the genuine pits after you've just done a maximum effort to do that sort of stuff. I've seen that. I've seen Michael Gardner come through the front door of the football club with a slashed tyre and said, "See, I told you my tyre was flat." In actual fact, he'd ripped it apart with a knife out the front. He'd bought a Bowie knife along the training. I've seen Jamie McNamara. Shout out Jamie McNamara, captain of East Freo, played some numerous games for West Coast Eagles, drafted in my draft year. He pulled the same, but he just did it by phone call. He didn't bring the slash tyre in, but he rang late for training, halfway through a doom session, rang Woosha. "Hey, mate, I've got a flat tyre. Sorry, can't come." Still in bed when he rang him. That's probably first that's been released, actually. Wow. Welcome, Jamie. I mean, there's some silly things that happen in pre-season. Yeah. And right now, I just used to think this period of time, from December through the end of the Jan, is literally the worst. You're not playing games. You're doing stupid match sim. You're doing stupid levels of weight. It's all about your body and your fitness and your this, and it's not about games. And everyone's $1 million. Everyone thinks they're the bloody training the house down and get them in the round one teams. They start doing the round one teams that I was never in, and I just used to hate it. Every bit about it.
Yeah, it's this time. So for pre-season, you have like you up the kilometres every week that you're running, and it's all leading up to getting to games. Then you have to go above and beyond what a game load would be to like prepare yourself. And then in-season mode comes around, it's a breath of fresh air and you're laughing again and you're great. This part of pre-season is like just before you go to in-season mode. So everything is just, you're running way more than you would in a game. You're doing way more than you normally would any other week. It's like the peak heat in Perth. It's the peak of, it's just shit.
Shit sleep.
Shit
this
sleep.
Is where all the injuries happen right now.
Yep.
And touch wood, like that's Elliot Yeo. This is...
You're maxing out. You're putting the body through everything you can to then taper away.
We'll have to speak to Stevie Gravina at Front Runner Performance.
Next week, I reckon we'll get him on. There's a lot going on.
Because right now, you just see players going down everywhere because you're right, they're a maximum load. And, mate, no one likes copping full load, mate. And you just don't want to be there.
No, it's just shit, yeah.
You just hate it.
It sucks. And, like, it's not a good time to be an AFL player because it is the pits this time of the year.
What about the fights breaking out? So we've seen the Warner brothers having to be separated by Dean Cox. We've also, in Richmond, a couple of players swinging fists at each other. I don't know if they're swinging fists, but they got into a bit of a...
So Coxie was breaking up the Warners?
Yeah.
Yeah, let them play.
Trouble in paradise.
Yeah. Let them go at it.
He's gone.
Didn't Bunga punch Nico in the face one day?
He did. And it was one of the more funny interactions you'll ever see. Martin Nikoski would never fight anyone, but very angry.
Yeah.
Shannon Hearn could get angry with the best of them, but like would fight someone even less than Nico.
Yeah.
He's strong, but he's not a fighter.
Yeah.
And for some reason or not, they came face to face, blow to blow, and Bunga just chipped him in the face. And there was blood, and there was carrying on swearing. I think the fighting coverage is a massive overreaction. I even think if there's fighting, put them in the top 4.
Wow.
Good signs. Great signs.
Great signs.
Boys are pushing each other hard.
But you used to fight. Boys would fight you.
Yeah. I fought Jake. I fought Oscar.
Yeah.
I fought... Someone come down and slapped me one time. Who was that?
Yuck. Did Bailey
Oscar?
Williams and you ever fight?
Yeah, Bailey and I used to fight. You and me fight?
Nah.
Yeah, I used to fight. I used to, niggle people till they got so pissed off. And I'll be right about now.
Yeah.
Who else? There was a few others. I clipped...
Paddy Bynes.
I clipped Bynes.
Tying his shoe up.
That was fair enough.
Shout out Paddy Bynes. Fuck, that was funny.
Oh, far out, Byner.
All right, before we
middle
go to...
Middle of the training drill. Middle of kick to kick. Byner's just pulled up in the middle of a literal 20-metre kicking drill that wouldn't have exhausted the most unfit person in the world. And Byner has stopped in the middle of the drill to do his shoelace up. And we've come in after he's done that. No one made a fuss of it. It was just like, Byner stopped, does he? Come in, like, Byner, come here. If I ever fucking see you doing your shoelace up in the middle of the drill, just fuck off. Just get off the field and stay off there and don't come back on. It was like I was a coach. What am I doing? I love Byner too.
Yeah, he's a good fella.
All right, before we go to a quick break, thanks to Paywise, I'm going to give you a score update, Hammer.
Yeah, I'm not looking forward to this.
It is 1 for 97.
Who's out?
After 10 overs.
Who's out?
Hat-trick.
What the...
That's
2 for 97.
We're on a hat-trick ball?
Who was out first ball? David Warner out first ball in the grand final.
No, he was the first to go out.
Yeah,
and then
fuck yeah. Gilk's out, that's huge.
Gilksy.
All right. Well, by
when
the
we
end
come
of this,
back, we'll give you a hat-trick update ball.
There you go.
Hi, I'm Will, and I'm a backman.
And I'm Gov, and I'm a Paywise brand ambassador.
And you're a backman.
Yes, I am, but I'm also a Paywise brand ambassador. And I know that the best way to get into your next car is through the Paywise novated lease.
To learn more about novated leasing, contact Paywise today or just ask Jeremy McGovern.
We're absolutely leaving the aircon on. Don't turn that off. You'll kill me. We've got the coverings coming off the lighting over there.
If I do this, can you hear this? Can everyone hear this? Hat-trick ball. Catch! Oh! Wow.
Oh. Did he drop it or did it not reach
Nah,
him?
it just fell short of Tim David.
Wow.
Just careful how much audio I play. We'll get copyrighted.
Yeah,
Sorry,
there we go.
Oh, shit.
That's good. That's brilliant.
That might be what they need. The Canes get them up and about.
Wow.
I have
Nathan Ellis, the skipper.
some breaking news for you both. Actually, this is fresh from Ryan Daniels' Twitter account.
The Rhino, he's usually on the money.
This is Elliot Yeo related.
Oh no.
Here we go. Yeo has also
I thought
has
you were starting with. I thought he started.
Yo.
My people.
Yeo also has syndesmosis damage to his right ankle. Frustrating start of the year for Yeo after a runner-up club champion campaign.
So
That is not good.
see, I heard ankle and knee rolled up on in a tackle.
Yeah.
And then everyone was banging on about the knee because obviously ACL. telling
Syndesmosis
you.
is a fucking prick of an injury.
That's what you had, isn't it?
No, I did at least, Frank. That's even worse.
Can't imagine that's too.
Remember
good.
when they first got to Lifeline and then out to Optus and everyone was doing syndesmosis?
Yes.
It's just like,
Yes.
there was like 7 of them in 2
And
months.
then
Is
they
this bone or is it ligament or what are we muscle?
Bone, ligament.
Syndesmosis is the ligament. When you roll your ankle, like you can roll it out, which kind of like is a natural way
the
of
good
rolling
way.
it. You're kind of like, oh, that makes sense how that happened. To roll it like inwards, where like your ankle doesn't bend, like your
Yeah.
foot and leg.
Yeah,
that's your syndesmosis.
From the pinned tackle, probably
Yeah,
from
you
when
can,
his leg
you
got
can
stuck
see it.
under
You
it.
can literally see a syndesmosis happening.
Yeah, that's a syndesmosis. I remember Liam did one flying, and because his nan was into like made bush medicine.
Yes.
And he went up to Geraldton, came back down with like this emu oil medicine shit, and like because when he would go get physio, instead of having the Cosmo massage cream, he would give Finney and Stevie G give them this emu stuff, and he was back in 3 weeks. Unbelievable! Like I'm serious. It was the quickest turnaround of a syndesmosis of all time. It was fucking unbelievable.
And Asada are rushing to the West
Ask
Coast.
Stevie G next week when you're talking to him if he
Emu
remembers
oil.
that. The fucking emu.
Well, why don't we use that for on everyone? Or
bush
was-
medicine or emu oil? I don't know. It was
So
crazy.
it healed a syndesmosis.
He was back in 3 weeks.
All right, well,
incredible.
please.
That's a 12 week.
unbelievable.
That's a 12-week injury.
Yeah, 12 week out. Liam was back in 3.
Dang, there we go. All right, let's talk long-term extensions.
let's
Adam
talk.
Chera has joined the list of several players who have long-term contracts with their clubs. Hayden Young tops the list with a contract keeping him at Fremantle until 2033, the longest in the league. Hammer,
That's fucking 8 years away.
are these contracts out of control?
That's the end of
Yeah, mate.
2023.
That's fucking stupid.
Hayden
8
Young-
years is dumb as.
How many years were you on the AFL list?
3?
You were 3. I was on 14, and he signed for 8.
That's fucking stupid. Like, it's good. Yes, great for the player. All for that. Like, I'm never going to knock a man for securing the bag. If you can go out and get an 8-year deal, get yourself an 8-year deal.
Because he's not walking in going, hey guys, how you going? Simon Garlick and Justin Longmuir, even though he wouldn't be involved in the contract. But g'day, Justin. Want to know what you're doing here? Fuck off. Let's talk to Simon.
Probably even Simon.
Yeah, I'm
like,
not sure what
wouldn't
Simon. Head of footy, Bridie.
Joe Bridie.
Joe Bridie. Joe. Sorry, mate. I know what the other two were doing.
Scott Ward's there as well. Brett Rakiki's in there.
Joe.
Ken
he's
Withers,
not
the old doctor.
He's not walking in going, mate, I reckon you should sign me for 10. And
Yeah.
Joe's like, oh, what about 8?
What about 8?
Nah, 8. It's nothing like it.
Yeah,
done.
Done.
It's not like that at all.
No, it's he would be going in being like, let's negotiate a contract, and they would have just out of nowhere just said, oh, fuck it, we'll give you 8. What? Sorry, hi, Joe, fuck it, 8. Pardon me?
How does 8 sound?
How does 8 sound? For what? My number? No, I'm pretty happy with the number that I'm in at the moment. 8.
Wow.
8 years. Fucking crazy.
He's not from here. He's a
No,
Victorian.
he's Victorian. So, like, I get the idea to keep good players around.
Do you think that does anything to other teammates? Do you think anyone else on the list is like, sorry, Hayden? No one's ever called you Hayden. Youngie.
Yeah.
8 years.
What the fuck are you
Any
doing?
chance you could spare 2 for Hammer?
Yeah. What about this guy?
Yeah.
Who, was on the list for 3 and now he's booted.
Is anyone doing that?
No, but
I don't think they are
no
doing that.
one is doing that. I just think you lock. You're just locking yourself in. When's the last time? I would like to know this. When's the last time a mega deal, like a mega long term deal, has like worked out?
Buddy.
Buddy.
Guaranteed.
Buddy's the only one that I can think of that was like guaranteed. Tom Boyd was a massive long-term deal back the other way to
Alistair
the Bulldogs.
Lynch was a big deal from
And, like-
Fitzroy to the Lions, but we're talking a merger of two clubs.
Yeah, we are talking merger. Like Tom Boyd was a massive deal on the way back, and then yes, he won a premiership, but then like tapped out of football.
Bulldogs fans would say
they would probably
worth it. They wouldn't have to pay the 10-year.
No, they wouldn't have had to, but like that didn't work. He had too much pressure on him, and it was like fucking couldn't do it.
That's a good point.
Petrarca's been hurt along the way. Clayton Oliver's been hurt along the way. Who else? Mac Andrew.
Gov's just come off the back of a long-term. He's 5-time All-Australian. He's pretty injured at times.
Yeah, Gov's
I don't
probably.
wanna-
But Gov, like long-termers, Gov was like a 4-year, 5-year.
5-year.
I'm talking like these big 6, 7, 8.
Because
What about, like, for instance,
who's in the other bracket?
Noah Bolter signs a 7-year
yeah, and then
contract
goes out and
extension.
beats the shit out of a dude, didn't he?
Yeah, he's got.
Didn't he get done for assault?
He got I think like allegedly. I don't know. I'm going to say allegedly assaulted
innocent
someone.
until proven guilty, obviously.
But also he's been suspended by Richmond for 4 weeks,
Yeah.
so he can't be that innocent.
Mac Andrews just signed a ginormous deal.
Yeah, Mac Andrew. I'd give that to him. Who else are you paying at Gold Coast?
True. Ben King, probably.
Yeah,
Ben King didn't finish in their top 10 in the BNF.
Is that right?
And he was like 4th in the Coleman.
Noah Anderson. I'd pay him.
Yeah, he's pretty good.
Max King signed an 8-year deal.
Max King.
Yep,
so that
till
is
2032.
St Kilda.
Yep,
Yep.
and he's...
That's wow. Because he
Crazy.
was linked to like Geelong. I feel like everyone's
been
linked
linked
to
to Geelong.
Who else is on the Harris Andrews, or am I making that up? Is it a big deal? No. Sam Collins. I mean,
Sam Collins is on a big deal.
these
That's
sorts of players.
Angus was on a big deal, had to retire.
That didn't work very
Didn't
well.
work. It worked horribly well. I mean, they won a premiership, but yeah, then he,
Oh, that's a good point.
Andrew Brayshaw. Any news? Hammer on a contract there.
Still chipping along.
Still chipping along.
Yeah, he's still going to sign on.
Okay. Maybe the longer it goes on, the longer the deal. That might be the rule.
Yeah, he might
Andy
sign on to
Brayshaw signs on
2060.
2040.
Tom Barris is almost 5 years, and he's 29 or something.
29.
We'll see.
Yeah, I just think it's a ridiculous thing because contracts these days mean fuck all. Like you can literally rip a contract up and walk next door if you want.
That's the issue.
Yeah. There's no real...
It seems like the last few
Hayden
deals.
Young's 2033. In 2029,
Yeah.
some Victorian club comes knocking.
Yeah.
It's a great deal for Freo. It's see you later.
Yeah.
And 2029, surely the contracts, the salary caps and stuff will
Have
be
gone up.
changing.
That's why if
and
you're
stuff.
the
And so the
player-
last few years of the deal, you're just like,
No,
this
you
is-
would
If
be
you're the
putting-
player, you're doing the deal.
Yeah,
Of
you do-
course.
Of course you're doing the deal.
Yeah, absolutely.
You're doing
Because you're probably going to sit down in 4 years and renegotiate it anyway.
Yeah.
They're gonna pay me more.
if
I
someone
just won
else,
the Brownlow.
like if Melbourne come knocking and want Hayden Young, it's just like, okay, well here's his price, you've got to beat it, or you've got to match it at least for us to be wanting. Unless he all of a sudden is really shit, and you want to pay him less. Like, wasn't Brody Grundy getting paid by like 3 clubs at one point?
Yeah,
Last
that's what
year.
you want to do. Yes, I'll pay you. Pay by you, Sydney.
He was getting paid
Collingwood,
by Sydney,
Melbourne.
Collingwood, and Melbourne all at one point, I reckon.
That's hilarious.
Which is fucking ridiculous.
I don't know how much he was on. So he's getting paid $100,000 by Sydney. He's on $1 million a year to play there.
Yeah.
I want to go to some YouTube comments.
Okay,
Yeah,
great.
hit me.
So Mackenzie says Hayden Young will be Hayden Old. Which is,
Oh shit!
that's very good.
incredible.
JC Customs, has Hammer put a rinse through his hair? Can you ask him, please, Dan? It looks a little chocolate.
I
Does it
like
look a
the
little
question.
chocolate? No, I haven't actually put a rinse through my hair.
Bit blonde. You've been in the sun.
I have been laying in the sun
Bit of
quite a bit.
sun-kissed?
I do need a haircut actually. I washed it this morning, I reckon.
With lemon juice.
No, not with lemon juice, just with Garnier Fructis.
Pantene Pro V.
Your fructus guy.
Garnier Fructis.
Garnier Fructus.
They're the like light green.
Yeah, light green bottles.
I like
Cactus extract, I
it-
think, or something like that.
Just that color alone makes me want to buy it. I think it's
Yeah.
great marketing.
Yeah,
I look at it.
tremendous
I'm
Oh,
like,
the
that
green?
looks nice. Yeah.
I'll tell you what
Yeah.
I used to do the Johnson's, like
Yeah.
the Johnson's bubblegum flavored.
Oh,
do you remember
delish.
that?
Yeah. I think
Like
my
it was
kids
like
use
a
that.
pink or a purple bottle.
Wasn't that for like lice or something?
Nah, it was for general hair washing and smelt fucking delicious. That's the thing about all those products is they're dangerous for kids because they smell good and you assume by looking at them that they would taste good.
I say,
What's
how
he
much do you
eating?
spend on hair products
much.
a month?
Oh,
How much a bottle of Garnier cost you
like $9 or something.
Fructus?
on special?
for a month, or is it like 2 weeks for a person?
I reckon I would get through a bottle of that maybe every 2 months.
So $9.
Maybe $9 or $10. I can't remember the last time.
This is like when fucking Bill Gates was asked how much he
A bottle of milk cost.
Yeah, mate, it's got to be more than $9. Can you look
I
up?
reckon if you're getting half price,
No,
at
you can go and
Woolies,
find-
yeah,
you can
maybe
find-
$9.
Can someone look
yeah.
up how much a bottle of Garnier Fructus?
I
Like,
am.
I'm saying
$16.99 I reckon.
$20.
No, I
Nine.
shop on special.
You
for
buying
that.
the
I'm not
tiny
getting the
bottle?
same one every time. If it's on special, I'll get it.
Hammer's
Same
getting the
with
200
toothpaste.
ml sample pack.
Same with toothpaste.
How much?
Oh,
$8.
$8. There you go. Done.
Give it away.
They're giving
I'll tell you
one.
what, ladies and gentlemen, backchatstudios.com.au, head to the merch page. We are selling Guardian filters. $10 a bottle. We'll make $2 each.
Crazy.
All right. I want to go.
No,
just
I haven't put a rinse through my hair though to answer that question.
Any other
There you
questions?
go. Last comment for you is from Jog On. It says, "I'm sick of the flag man of bullshit. They don't deserve the hype."
Who said that?
Jog On.
Well, fuck off, Jog On. How does that sound?
Actually, one more.
they're gonna be
A
good.
question from Jimmy F for you,
I
Schofield.
kind of agree with John. Like, they don't deserve it.
No, they certainly don't. They don't, but they will. They'll deserve it in 6 months' time when they're top of the ladder.
Okay. Where do you think the D's will finish in 2025, Scully?
Dan Flash. The D's.
Mm.
Clary looks good. He's been stretching. Have you seen that?
I don't.
Oh, yeah.
I don't have them
Shredded.
inside the 8. Just like I didn't have them inside the 8 last year. I went on the debrief last year and copped it from pillar to post for saying they weren't going to make finals. Well, they finished. Well, they finished last year.
Oh, you said they're going to finish like 2 and 4, and they finished 2 and 4.
Pretty sure I had him for the premiership and Clary for the Brownlow last year. I think they'll finish.
Final 8.
Yeah, I reckon they'll finish.
They finished 14th. Oh, good effort last
I
year.
reckon they'll make the 8.
Good
I
effort
reckon they'll
last
bounce back.
They're somewhere between 11th and 12th for mine.
I reckon they're somewhere between 6th and 10th for mine.
Great.
Oh,
So I think they'll make the 8.
So 6th and 8th.
6th and 8th. Yeah, there you go. 6th and 8th.
You can't have them 10th and
Nah, they're going to be 6th to 8. I reckon they'll make the 8.
All right. We do have more topics to get through, but look, as we'll just sort of discover, we might not have time to go through absolutely all of them.
No, I'll rapid fire them if you want.
Yeah,
because
let's rapid fire.
well, we want to rapid fire this one because
yeah.
we want to go through all the things that you may have missed over the off season in the AFL.
One per club.
There's one per club.
Okay.
I'm going to throw them
leave,
at you.
I'm going to leave this to you, Will.
Oh,
Thank you.
I don't really pay much attention, so I might not know any of these.
No, I'm just telling you. Tell me
Cool.
what you think about it.
Sure.
I'll pick one that I like, and then one that's Josh Rochelle, new levels. He's going to new levels this year. Off the bat, we only got dropped last.
Yeah, he
game
did get
season.
dropped for smiling at the Port fans.
Yes, Nick Murray penned a contract extension at the end of 2028.
Who's Nick
Wow.
Murray?
Key position, fucking backman, mate. We're on
Who
BackChat here.
does Nick Murray play for?
That's probably a better. That's Adelaide.
Oh, yeah,
Brisbane,
of course.
biggest thing I would say is they get Levi.
Levi Ashcroft, best player of all time.
Levi,
Yep.
yeah, brother of
Gun.
brother of
Still don't understand why he didn't get taken with
Marcus?
the number 1 pick.
Marcus. No, that's son of. What's Levi's brother's name?
Will.
Will.
Norm
Willa,
Smith medalist.
yeah, that's
I
it.
still don't get why he didn't get taken number 1. And anyway, keep going.
Correct. They should
Have made
whoever
him
was-
play.
yeah.
Made Brisbane pay for it. Anyway,
Carlton.
Adam Chera signs a big extension.
Yes, talking about big extensions.
Also the injuries.
Their
Yeah.
president
Oh, yeah.
Luke Sayers and allegedly
No, he didn't. He got
Sorry.
off. He got hacked
Yeah, he
and sent
definitely got
a
off.
dick pic out,
Yes,
and it was hacked. And
yeah, it was hacked.
but he stood down.
But luckily, the hacker deleted the tweets.
Yeah, and gave him his account straight back.
About 10 minutes later,
Yep.
and then and then deleted the account for him.
Yep.
It was good. No, I was saying it was good.
Good from the hacker.
Yeah, so the rod shots were probably a highlight for Carlton and Nick Newman.
Disappointing.
Yikes.
He
that's
did
disappointing.
his Achilles.
Yeah,
no, his
okay.
patella tendon.
Patella tendon.
Not ideal. Now, Collingwood. What I like about their preseason that you may have missed, Hammer, is that Tom Mitchell has been blown with. Sorry, my head was
Tommy
in Luke
Mitchell.
Sayers.
Tom
Tommy
Mitchell's
Tommy.
been blind.
Tom Mitchell injury blow, missing large part of the season.
Disappointing.
Um,
Probably getting blown actually. In the time.
Dylan Shield, Essendon News, has been trialled across half-back over summer, so we could have
Okay.
a fancy ball magnet rolling his way around Essendon's backline.
Essendon are going to be just such an irrelevant team this year. I
Is
reckon.
that right?
I reckon they're just going to be.
Where do you put him on the ladder?
12th. Like just
That's
the real
the
nothing
most
spot.
irrelevant number.
Literally the most irrelevant spot. You're not going to get a good draft pick from it, and you're not going to be troubling anyone.
We've spent a lot of time on Fremantle, but Sean Darcy going to Qatar,
Yep.
probably the highlight there.
Mhm.
What about Geelong? I'll just give you one hot off the press.
Mm-hmm.
This is from Mitch Cleary.
You know
about
what's right then.
40 minutes ago.
Okay.
Matty Rowell, the grass chomper. Strong links to Geelong for next year.
How are they doing this? Doesn't
Mate,
make sense.
We're in January. Matty Rowell's going to Geelong.
Matty Rowell, the grass chomper. Good grass at GMHBA. Great grass.
It could be the best grass in the
Yeah,
AFL.
I think it's
Maybe
up there.
that's why.
Maybe that is why.
Every player linked to Geelong ends up there.
It's
It just always happens.
it's crazy how they've got that much money.
Cotton on.
Look,
Because they did the investigate. I wonder whether did we have any update on where the AFL got to on that inquiry about like Chris Scott being the CEO
shock.
of
No,
that other
they didn't
company,
update
the
us. They gave us
leadership
nothing.
company? Yeah.
No.
I mean, shout out for the AFL to putting this together. I saw him reading a bit of an article. I'm just giving you a summary
cool,
of
cool,
how it
cool.
is. It just shows you how much of it no fucks are given about the Gold Coast Suns. This article,
Oh, yeah, here we go.
right? Like, you know, we've got
What have we missed
Bailey
on-
Smith,
what have we missed on the
Savioli,
Gold Coast?
I'll give you high level. Daniel Rioli suffered a knee injury in November.
That's bad.
The next one, it's a massive paragraph.
Yeah.
The next one is Ben Jepson is training with Gold Coast squad during the preseason supplement selection period in the hope of landing a spot on the list.
Jeez.
As is Huago Owa. That's it.
Benny Jepson and Huago.
That's it.
Where you go?
Ned Moyle's also looking at the bigger picture.
Moyle.
That's
Yeah.
good. Moyley.
Moyley, the ruckman. That's all they've got for the Gold Coast.
Good.
So
Right, so they don't
not
give a
lot-
shit about the
no,
Suns.
No one's happening.
Fucking hate the Suns.
Got GWS. Lots of players getting suspended. That's probably the biggest news coming out of there. There's a couple of blokes missing 2 games each. Harvey Thomas, Jake Riccardi, probably the biggest names of those boys that are missing.
Yep.
Cooper Hamilton also got the 2-gamer, but he got delisted too.
Yep.
Hawthorn, look, I think okay.
That's pretty stiff that he got the 2 weeks. If he gets somehow relisted, would he have to serve those 2 weeks?
Surely.
Or does he have to serve it in the VFL? I think he's playing the VFL.
Maybe.
Mitch Lewis and James Blank off the back of their ACLs
James
last year.
Blunt.
Yeah, James Blunt.
Mitch
Yeah.
Lewis
So
and
he's,
James
so
Blunt.
he's mixing touring the world and playing for Hawthorn. James Blank. So they lost Lewis and Blank to ACLs last year.
Yep.
2 key position players. They have been to the US.
Yep.
And their rehab is apparently going well after seeing Bill Knowles. He's the
Knowlesy.
ACL guy. No,
Knowlesy.
Shannon's father.
Shannon's cousin.
How about Tom Barris ending up there
That's pretty good news.
That's
for
pretty
Hawks.
big.
in America or Hawthorn?
for Hawthorn?
Oh,
Oh, yeah,
and,
correct.
and the Wizard taking the single greatest mark in the history of all
Oh, that was big.
That was
Melbourne. It's not even on this article. Clayton Oliver looks $1 million.
time. Clary looks huge. He's
Ripped.
stretching the shit out of himself.
And I've just seen a
And
picture of him,
broke
and
his
he
rib.
could not have more sunscreen
Yeah,
on
how
his
funny is
face
that? How funny it is.
if he's ever tried. The Boners hammer.
Oh, fuck, we look good.
Standalone captain this year, Jai Simpkin.
Simpkin,
Are we
yep.
excited? He had a good back end.
He had a
last
great
year.
back year. He had a really good year. I'm excited.
Jack Darling, Luke Parker, Caleb Daniel.
Yep.
3 senior players enter the fold.
That's huge.
Can I give you one more that might not be on there?
Yes.
Apparently, Jack Darling was the last to leave the training track the last couple of days.
First on it.
This is
Was he
leadership.
first on it though?
Oh, who knows?
Was he
Yeah,
first
would've
on,
been
last
first
to
on,
leave?
Last to leave.
Probably. You would know.
Unlikely. Port.
And Toby Pink's still going around. So
The
that's
pink
good.
eye.
Oh, yeah.
What was the pink eye near? There wasn't
He followed us on
followed
Instagram.
us on Instagram.
Yeah, that was what was happening.
Toby
That's
Pink
right.
followed us on
Sorry,
Instagram,
I
yeah.
completely blacked out after that.
Yeah.
Just got
all,
back.
all the blood rushed away from your head.
Travis
massive
Boak
boner.
playing on again in Port Adelaide. Todd Marshall, Achilles tendon, done for the year.
Achilles tendon. Did you see the video of it?
Port won't make finals
Did
this
you
year.
see the footage? You can
No.
see. The footage is not good.
Port not
It's
playing
like-
finals this year.
I think they will.
Not playing finals.
Okay.
Wow.
Don't worry about it.
Not playing finals this year.
Sure.
Well, they in the prelim this year.
Yeah.
Yep, not playing finals.
Okay. I think they might.
Richmond, Noah Bolter
Yep.
charged with assault. Not,
Okay.
not,
Charged is
no.
charged is like you've just been accused of it.
Yes. So
Yeah. But
Same with Ruben Jimmy being charged with not giving his name.
no, but
It's
he
just
did
charged.
that. Ruben
no, he's been
definitely
charged,
did
but he's
that.
got to go to court to see if he's sentenced or not.
Yeah, true.
Found guilty.
True,
Mate.
yeah.
Let the defense lawyer go to work.
Yeah. That
defence
was
rests.
Ruben wasn't pissing. He was. Yeah.
It was the
It
boy.
was the boy.
St Kilda. I know I said be quick, but I think this is interesting.
Yep.
Look, see, they don't give a shit about the Saints.
Saints have had a
Wait,
rebrand.
They don't care.
And someone did their shoulder. Who just did their shoulder? The Saints player.
Paddy
The guy with
Dow.
has Dougal Howard. Dougal Howard's done his shoulder.
Oh, that's not good. I don't like that, but you know. Chad Warner at Sydney, his future's up in the air. Errol Goulden thinks it's a nice holiday house in Applecross. That's the first thing it says. Yeah, I mean, John Longmire standing down as the coach was a big deal.
Oh yeah,
That was a massive
That's
deal. And Dean Cox making him run two Ks.
Yeah, that was big. And Corey and Chad punching on. West Coast, Ruben Jimmy pissing on.
Yep.
Offence was the first thing that happened here, and then followed by Lam Ryan in Fight Night
Yep.
in Fremantle.
Fight Club.
Last one, Western Bulldogs. Jamara Ugle-Hagan. I'm not sure what's going on there.
what is
but,
going on
Look, I've heard some murmurs. Don't think overly positive. Not sure how much footy he'll play this year, is what I'm hearing.
All right.
Not ideal. There you go. That's
Not
what you missed in
ideal
the
at
AFL.
all. Can I give you a score update for
Yes,
the
yes, you
Canes?
can. How are we looking?
Mate, it's actually not looking as bad as we thought. It is currently, as KO just takes his time to give us a score. 3 for Jaden. Help me out here, mate. My KO's just
Dan's come.
3 for 1.
Dan's come in. Would you like a score update? I don't know the score.
3
Would you
for
like-
137 after, let's say, 15 overs.
Oh,
so
that's
they
not
brought it
good.
right back.
No, that's not good.
That's 140 or 15. They got 5
that's
overs to
bad.
go. They got 15 and over.
That's
going to
be 200. We're going to have
It's
to
going to go
chase
close to
200.
200. And you're going to lose like the other 5 out of 6 people did.
Mm.
Have you
That's
got,
right.
do you have Hurricanes gear?
Yes, I got a Hurricane shirt. I was going to
Should've
wear
worn
it in today. I should have.
You're too hungover.
Can we? We've got a fine that I'd like to play for
Go
you.
for
all. I
it.
know it's not here on the list, but we've got 3 more things to go through.
Yeah.
Now, do you want to go through all 3 in the fine, or do you just want to?
Look, Super Bowl, it's happening. Kansas City playing Philadelphia.
Yeah.
Good job.
They both just dominated.
We will have a Super Bowl party
Yeah.
live at the Leaderville precinct. Super Bowl morning, which is a Monday.
10th of Feb.
It's 2 Mondays away. Not today. Not next
Not
Monday.
Monday, the Monday after
10th
that.
of
Two,
Feb,
mo-
10th
two
of
Mondays away.
10th of Feb, espresso martinis.
Yeah, what a way to wake up. Have a
Cheap
coffee.
ones too. Have a coffee
Yeah,
and some
have-
tequila.
yeah, correct.
Or vodka, depending on how you make them. Hammer.
$8 pints.
You'll be on a barbecue.
I will be.
It's flipping snacks.
Will I be?
And we'll be
Okay.
having $8 pints.
Fucking crazy.
And you'll be
aren't
going to work.
they? Yeah.
We'll have a chat to Paywise.
Yeah, have a chat about
It opens at 7.
It's free tickets.
Game starts at 7:30. Free tickets. Just go onto the Leaderville Precinct website. You can just register a table, or you can just rock up as well. They're good
So
like
make sure you
that.
do that because it's actually going to be fun. I'm just going to sit there and watch the Super Bowl and drink piss. So for an AM.
Who's going to win it?
I think Philadelphia because Kansas City are going for the three-peat. Although, geez, it'd be nice to see a three-peat. Or would it?
Don't care.
I heard
Who do
them
you think?
say.
I don't. Taylor Swift's boyfriend.
Yeah, that's Kansas City.
I heard something like the commentators say they'll be the first professional sports team to three-peat since 01-02 or something like that.
Wow.
Forgetting that the Hawks did it.
Yeah.
Well, the NRL team just went
Yeah.
Yeah.
4 in a
Penrith
row.
Panthers just went 4
I
in a
think
row.
it just shows
I
the.
mean,
Yeah,
American.
American. Well, they call themselves it's the World
World
Series
champs.
in baseball. It's like fuck off.
Can I just give you some stats on Mahomes? I know you don't really like Mahomes, do you?
I saw a thing. I saw a thing today.
I love him.
Oh, you love
the
okay.
blatant cheating by the ref. Did you see that?
Oh yeah, they love him. They absolutely
They love
him.
talking about that.
They love
But
talking
they
about
said that about Tom Brady too.
No, it was the guy. He's fucking defensive dude just holding,
Yeah.
like, and the guy was just like, "Fuck, what am I meant to do here?" It should have been a free. It should have been not a free kick.
Probably,
kick.
a lot
No,
of
that
that
should
sort
be
of
free
stuff
kick.
happens though, and they're
Yeah.
just like focusing on
All right,
Mahomes.
this is Patrick Mahomes since becoming the starter at the Chiefs.
Okay.
Year 1, AFC Championship. Next year, 1 Super Bowl.
Which is the prelim, isn't it?
Then he lost the Super Bowl.
Yep.
Year 4, AFC Championship.
That's
Year
the
5,
prelim.
1 Super Bowl. Year 6, 1 Super Bowl. Year 7, he's in the Super Bowl, could win another. That's insane.
He is a loose unit in terms of amazing quarterback.
Oh,
And
just
he'll
incredible.
be the greatest quarterback of all time. He'll beat everybody.
Better than Brady?
Yeah, he's already ahead of Brady.
Is he really?
As in, at this time in their careers, he's
Oh
already in
yeah,
front of him.
yeah, okay.
He's off.
and
his
they're a very good team, probably keep winning.
And he's making
Look,
$1 billion.
quick shout out, and I'm going to finish on the Australian Open. But Neil Danaher, Australian of the Year. I
Finally.
think you were
Finally.
you were,
Raised
I've said this a
115
while
million.
You were saying that
Yeah.
12 months ago.
Oh, even before that, they
How
should
much?
be in Australia.
115 million he's raised for MND research.
It's the
fucking
big phrase.
Yep.
Big phrase for MND.
Yeah.
Yes.
MCG. It's now.
It's huge.
It's here at Optus. It's everywhere.
Yeah.
It's the biggest thing in football.
It's like the pink test, the Glenn McGrath pink test. It's on
Yep.
those sorts of
Yeah,
levels. It's
fucking
massive.
And I know this is. I don't want to say. Yeah, it's a little morbid, but I love the fact it's not post his life.
Yeah.
To be honest,
Yeah.
I love the fact that he's alive
He's still
because
going for it.
we know that MND is a terminal illness,
Mm.
and he's been able to beat the odds with that longer than people thought he would.
Everyone thought he was gone. Like, it was like 8 years ago.
Correct.
He's like done. And now
And
he's just been.
the fact that he's received this
Yep.
not post life is
Yep.
elite areas. I
Absolutely.
love every bit about
Yep,
it.
so do I.
To finish off,
You want to go Oz Open?
can I say the Oz Open is the greatest sporting event in the world? I'm not American.
Wow.
It was that good.
Yeah, it was
And
very good.
thank you to Sportsnet Holidays.
Yeah, they
Right.
would have sorted you out.
They didn't sort you out.
No, they didn't. I was working.
But I will say it was a collaboration of things, right?
Yeah.
So Sportsnet, they're not paying for none of that.
Of course.
But to get us there, to get us to the game, saw Demonor and Sinner whitewash.
It was not a good game, that.
Um,
Well, it was a good game, but not for a. Not if you're a
Sportsnet.
Demon.
Demon.
So Sportsnet Holidays basically to any major sporting events: tennis, AFL, NRL, supercars, F1, or everything.
That's
Golf,
anything.
Golf.
Live?
We're talking live, right? You know the big sporting events, they do them, accommodation, travel, tickets.
Just in Australia
package.
or outside of the country?
Look, I'm going to have to check on that. By the next episode, I'll give you an update.
It's a pretty good question then.
But you can check anything that they do at sportsnetholidays.com.
Crazy.
They allowed us to get to the Australian Open, and the Australian Open is now, in my mind,
favourite thing.
the greatest sporting event in the world.
And we've done Spa, F1,
Beats F1
Zandvoort
internationally
F1.
by that far. Don't you agree?
Yeah.
Oh, it was so good.
It was so
That's
much
the
better
best
than
sporting
F1.
event you've ever been to.
AFL Grand Finals,
AFL
very
Grand Finals,
good.
humongous.
Have
Have you ever seen a game of ice hockey live?
I've been to the Open. What's it called in St Andrews? Like the old course.
The Open.
Yeah, the Open.
Yep.
That wasn't very good.
Blasphemy.
No, it was great. Bucket list, great.
Hmm.
I've seen NFL games, not the Super Bowl.
WrestleMania would be pretty cool.
WrestleMania would be good.
Fucking Frank's
The
going.
Royal Rumble would be elite to watch.
The Royal Rumble would be fucking skits to watch.
I've been to numerous soccer stadiums around. I've been to the East London Derby, which was very good. The reason that the Aussie Open was incredible,
Because it was free and you got pissed.
the second reason,
yeah.
once you enter, so we paid for ground passes on one of the days.
Yep.
$25.
Crazy.
Once you get through that door into the complex, which is about 5 kilometres big,
massive.
there's
Huge.
all the outside courts, massive score.
Yeah.
It has this complex that is similar to, like, I would say Melbourne Cup. That's another event that's great.
Yep.
Very similar event to Melbourne Cup, except Melbourne Cup's one day. It has all the birdcage sponsors tents, same as the Australian Open.
Yep.
But you can't get into the ones of the Melbourne Cup. You got to know someone to know
yeah.
someone, and someone's handing out and giving out passes through gates, and you're trying to sweet talk the security guard. Australian Open, mate. You got $25 will get you into the Aperol tent. It'll get you into the Canadian Club tent. You want the Johnny Walker tent? No worries. The Grey Goose tent? No worries about that either. You want to go into the Bolter tent? Do that, mate. It is just a collaboration.
And shorts and shoes. There's no
No
over the top
pompous
dressing.
wearing
It's
suits and
The,
shit.
the
bloody
environment and the attitude of people is what sets it apart. People are just there to have a good time. F1, people are there to get seen and to,
Snobby.
look at
Pretentious.
me. How good am I? I know this person. Who cares,
Yeah.
mate? Australian Open, best in class. Like you got big screens with the tennis going on. So as blokes, right, I would say blokes would love it more than girls, but I would say also girls that love their sport. It gives you like a medium that there's never any part in the day where you're like, oh shit, what should we do now? There's always tennis on, so you can always just switch your focus to watch the tennis for a bit, or let's go get some food. Let's go have a drink. Let's go to outside court, watch Novak warm up. There's bars above courts. Mate, all that's missing is like a big party court. They should have a big party court.
where you can grab a racket and play.
Because,
Yeah.
like round
Against
robin,
Sinner.
at one point, winner stays on. You lose a point, you're off. It's like Sinner comes in, he's like, I'm never getting off.
That would be pretty fun.
But one funny thing about tennis is like the silence. Like, why do they need silence? I don't get it. Why do they need
These
silence
precious
in the arena?
athletes.
Imagine if MCG, 100,000 people,
Lining up for
Oscar
goals.
Allen takes a mark, goes for a set shot, and everyone had to be quiet when he's going back out
Quiet,
kick.
please.
Come on.
Yeah, I agree with that. I'm pretty sure, wasn't it Kyrgios and who was he playing? I reckon he was like trying to getting the crowd up while they were in a point.
Yeah, was it Kyrgios and Kokonakis when
Yeah,
they played
they
together?
were-
They turned it like a party court.
Yeah, they make
That
it
was
a
true.
sport. Yeah.
Which is brilliant. And he underarm serves as well, so he does what he wants.
He does do what he wants. But yeah, I agree. I think the fact that it's quiet is ridiculous. Like, you've got NBA when they're at the free throw line, everyone's going bananas.
Yep.
At all points. The only other sport is golf. It's silence when you...
But
Yeah,
we're proving
it's-
they don't need that.
Yeah.
They're a party hole that live golf and people
Yeah.
hit hole in one. So it
Yeah.
can't be that hard.
Yeah, exactly.
Right?
Yeah, quiet please. No, fuck off.
Yeah, let's
I'm getting
go.
paid millions and millions of dollars. Let me fucking scream at you.
Yeah,
and heckle.
correct. So big thanks to sportsnetholidays.com to sending us to the Aussie Open, supporting our trip, letting us get to work over there. It was bloody brilliant. And
Bloody
we loved it.
brilliant.
And if you want any packages to any big sporting events, I'd go check them out, sportsnetholidays.com, to learn some more, Daniel.
Another website is backchatpodcast.com.au, and on there is a page that's called Finds. Now, if you go to Finds, you can go in. It's so simple. You can literally tap record, and we want some finds.
Yeah,
now,
what do we want?
we want? Okay, so that we had one for today, but you know what? I'm not going to play it.
Why not?
Let's just save it. Let's just save it for a little bit.
I want to hear it.
You want to hear it? All right, let's play
You,
this.
mate, it's your show. You tell me.
Okay, let's play this fine.
We're playing it.
And while you're hearing it, think about how could I also give something like this?
Hey
BackChatPodcast.com.au.
boys, Dixie here. Dixie Rec. Just got a fine here for my mate Twig. So we get to the airport ahead of our footy trip, and as you can imagine, we're all pretty keen to get stuck into it.
Mm-hmm.
Unfortunately, there's no shelters there, so we have to opt for $16 Corona stubbies.
Shit.
Myself, Twig, and 2 other blokes get a shout for $64 rounds.
Criminal.
2 other blokes get the first 2 shouts, and I go get the third. Handing Twiggy his third beer,
Twig. I can sense this.
and he tells me he's done. I said, "What, Twiggy? You're done?" "Yeah, mate. I just need a break," he says.
Twiggy.
"What's 2 beers into a 3-day bender?
You're not going to survive on
And you're telling me that you're done?"
Twiggy.
Shit. But I wasn't going to let him wiggle out of a shout that easy.
Of course.
He'd have to pay for his end.
Mhm.
Fortunately for him, we had a plane to catch, and he was safe for now. But there would come a time where he'd have to pay for his debts.
That's brilliant.
And that time did come. Where I said, "Twiggy, mate, time to buy that beer back for us."
Yeah.
Well, he brought the beer back for the other 2 blokes, but refused to buy me one because he didn't drink the beer I brought for him.
That's not how it works, Twiggy.
Oh,
Twiggy, mate, you're in a shout. Doesn't matter if you drink it or not, you're going to fucking complete it, aren't you?
Complete
Piss
it.
poor from you, Twiggy.
That is shit.
Absolute piss poor. $16 fine. The
Yeah.
amount of Corona dollars you cost me,
Yeah.
bitch.
Bitch.
Eat that.
Bitch. That's poor form from Twiggy. And he would have been in probably
So was it $16 a beer?
Oh, yeah,
$16
at the
for one beer,
airport
criminal.
for a
And like
Corona.
he would have,
That's
Twiggy would have
criminal.
been in. His shout would have been in Thailand, and that would have been $2 change.
That's criminal behaviour. $16
Shocking.
for a Corona.
It's fucking gross.
Do we think it's Andrew Forrest?
It sounded. Sorry.
it could be Andrew Forrest?
It might have
Andrew
been.
Forrest.
It might have been
I
Twiggy.
don't. Yeah, Twiggy. That's how he gets so rich. He's a real stickler.
I like that nickname, by the way. Twiggy Forrest.
Yeah.
We get that right.
Yeah. You did. You nailed it, man. Absolutely killed it.
So
So if you like, if you think,
killed it.
okay, I get it. I get what you're trying to do. I've got mates
Yep.
stitching me up all the time or doing dodgy things or they owe me this or I mowed his lawn, he didn't buy me a stubby. Send it in hello@backchatpodcast.com.au. That's the email address. Don't email us to find it. Just go to the website.
Email if you want.
Oh, yeah, sure. Email it through or backchatpodcast.com.au. Go to Find, just tap record. It's literally, you just do it for
So
your
Do it
phone.
on your phone.
It's so
Do it
simple.
on your phone. I want to know about just shitty efforts like that on the weekend. Like, let us know. Put them on
Do a
potty.
couple of live ones too. Like if you're out on the piss on a Saturday night and someone does something
Hippie
silly,
club.
bang.
Yeah.
I don't
While
care
it's
if
in your
there's
head.
shit going on in the background, boys. I'm at the IBH. I tell you what, fine to the IBH. Shutting at 10 o'clock.
It's a Sunday.
Let's go, mate.
Sunday of a public holiday.
Mate, Western Australia
Grow up.
needs to have a good arm.
Oh,
of themselves.
don't
Grow
get me
up.
started on Victoria. With your 4 p.m. open times for pubs. Oh, I want to go to the pub. It's 2 o'clock. No, we don't open till 4.
Yeah, but we're open
what
till
are you
midnight.
talking? Yeah, well, that doesn't...
People are
You
at
go,
work.
you go to the...
This is the thing. WA thinks,
No,
we're
you
open at
go-
2 p.m. We'll just knock off at 2.
You can go to the tab at friggin' 10:30 in Perth, and you could drink till 10. Whereas, like,
Yeah,
you
but
go to
no
Melbourne
one does
4
that.
p.m.
No one does that.
No,
Yeah,
the,
no,
the
I
people
just-
at local
work.
tabs do.
I just think
It's smart behaviour because people are working.
Not
And then-
everyone.
And then when you stop work, you can go to the pub for as long as you like in Melbourne.
For as
In
long as
WA, you're going home at 10. Oh, yeah.
That's sensible.
it was 10 o'clock last night.
You would have been livid because you
I
were
was
blind
like,
and you would have
I
been.
was so pissed, and I was like, "Here we go." I'd loaded up. I'd had a number of drinks before we got there. Got there at 9:15, and I was like, "Beautiful." I was halfway through I was like just about to finish my second pint, and it was all of a sudden the lights and everything. It's like, what the fuck? Are we done here?
Nothing worse than the lights coming on.
We done?
Yeah.
Like, hang on
Nothing
a
worse than the lights
What the
coming
fuck?
on.
I literally just going to take a piss, and we're done. I was livid.
Yeah, you go to piss a lot, though.
Yeah. Fine for the OBH.
Okay, there you go. Send more of those in, backchatpodcast.com.au. If you want to see what else we do across our whole sort of business of podcasts, etc., backchatstudios.com.au. We've got the 4 Drive Pod. We've got Hammers Happy Hour. We've got lots of stuff going on.
Pass the
Go
Orcs.
take a look. Pass
Past
the
the
Orcs.
Orcs,
Popping
yeah.
off. Tom Barris's podcast. Go have a look at that. Thanks to our sponsors, of course, Paywise, sticking around for a little bit longer with us. TABtouch, Shelter Brewing Co., Whippersnapper Whisky, ID Athletic, Mamba Digital, On One Plumbing and Electrical.
Can I just say,
Yes.
Hammers Happy Hour is back.
It is back.
It is live on Fridays.
Yep.
4:30 p.m. On the show this week.
Yeah,
Who have you got?
It's going to be a good one. We got Cal Kramer on this weekend,
Oh,
the lead
boy.
singer of the Southern River Band, Friday, 4:30. We're going to be on here. We're going to be having a couple of tins with Cal, and it's going to be loose and it'll be fun.
So
He's a good operator, Callum.
I would like one of the questions to him to be, because
Yep.
I won't be there with you.
Sure.
He just played in Geelong, my hometown.
Yep.
And Mum lives on the foreshore in Geelong. And basically it's right there. There's yacht clubs there. But, like,
Yep.
they're genuine yacht clubs. Like, they're not event
No.
halls. They're not rock concert halls.
No.
The dance hall.
Cal has played a gig at Geelong at the Geelong Yacht Club, and I want to know how it fucking went, because I have an inkling that there would have been about 60 people there, and they would have been like, what are these fucking blokes doing? And I want to know how he went. And I want to know all about it.
You'll find out.
And I
all about
want to know why I didn't ask my permission to go to Geelong.
it. Yeah, true, actually. That is a good question.
One last thing before we wrap up. I can hear the music already playing. Sydney Thunder, 4 for 164 at around 18 overs. Don't know where my
They're getting to 200.
website's.
No, if we can keep them to 180, that's good, because
score over there. Can I
Ninja's not
confirm
very.
that's the score
Ninja's
over
not a
there,
big
Jake?
ground.
That's the score. 4 for 166.
Off how many overs?
There you go.
If we can hold them to under 200, we're a sniff.
All right, let's watch it. See you next week. We're back.
So yeah.